Howdy folks, Monty here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So the theme of this was obviously duplicates. Well, this is funny. I thought I had a single copy of Space Hulk Campaigns, but ta-da! I had a duplicate. One, this is the softcover version, the other one's the hardcover version. I think we'll read through the hardcover version, make it a little bit easier. So, I'm not sure when this came out. Let's open it up and find out. 1991, interesting. So Space Hulk had already been out for a while. This was just some new stuff to do in it. So it goes through the campaigns, it goes through the new rules, goes through the board section, encounters. 3 sheets of thin card. You probably want to glue these onto thicker card before you cut them out as counters and board sections. So anyway, somewhere through here you've got the sections of card. The last stand. So what this is a break in here, make your way around, maybe through here, or work through here with the view that you've got a bunch of Jeansteerers coming in, the generator and other places too. So you probably want to go up here and deal with the infestation firsthand. So this is the first section, the break-in. Beautiful imagery here. And so non-cycle with bolter, non-cycle with pistol. So basically you're breaking in with oh, you can put hybrids in with the Jeansteerers. Well, that's particularly fun, isn't it? So Jeansteerer entry, Space Marine deployment area, Space Marine Sergeant deployment area. So the Sergeant deploys the different sections of the Marines here, Sergeant here, Marines here, and the Jeansteerers coming in here. Let's see if that's what this previous, just comparing the two says. That looks about right. Well, it doesn't show the Jeansteerer entry, so the Jeansteerers are entering there, specifically on this one. The generator, Jeansteerer entry, as you can see, coming through a number of different ways. Control panel, so doors. And where are we entering from? Generator, okay. So the reeds are coming down through here, so they'll be coming through there ideally, so top part through there, entering to a door. Up here, maybe? Top part entering into a door that goes down diagonally. Yep, that's where we're entering from. So coming through here with a view that Jeansteerers have an entry right on the back. Gosh. Another classic piece of art. The chapel. So coming in through here, I'm assuming, entering the chapel. And here we have the forces. So we have Space Marine player, receives the Squad Paulus and Squad Septus. Details below. Squad Paulus, Squad Septus, Septimus rather, and a bunch of Jeansteerers. So interesting, here you have Marines coming in rather than Septimus Stormwater, so that is definitely a Terminator, I'm assuming. So some have Space Marines, some have Terminators. Sergeant with bolter and power glove. That must be a Space Marine. The last stand. So number 2 represent 1, 2, and 3. So these are entries from 1, 2, and 3. Back here, the last stand. So this is this. So go across. Where are we here? 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1, 2. So here you've got the cross thing, and there you have the entry into the last stand. Interesting. So you're coming backwards as well. The last stand coming back from the generator, I guess. It's coming back from the generator and it's coming down accordingly. The ability to move across there just above it. So you have a Jeansteerers with a bunch of non-cycle with bolter. Gosh. So this is quite a detailed game. Do we have actual Marines here, or do we just have, we still have Terminators here? Jeansteerer Invasion. We have a map. Ambush. So, exits and secondary Jeansteerer entrance, primary Jeansteerer entrance, secondary Jeansteerer entrance. Where are the Marines coming from? Space Marine deployment area. So the Space Marines deploy here. And I basically have Jeansteerers coming from both sides. It's got a hallway behind them with a bunch of Jeansteerers coming in, and they've got them basically coming from all sides. Interesting. So this will get you into the fracas very fast, basically. These are doors. Oh, level 1 Psyker unarmed, so you have Psyker, Jeansteerer Psykers coming in as well. Interesting, interesting. Regroup. Got some Psykers unarmed coming in. Space Marine deployment. Okay, so you basically deploy there, there, and there. They've really got to fight their way to it with Jeansteerers coming in from these sides, coming down through here, and here's the exit. So Antonius is probably closest to that, but yeah, there's a lot of Jeansteerers coming in between here. Interesting, interesting. Hammer and Anvil, A and B. Gideon and Lucius. A, Gideon, B, Lucius. So again, a bunch of Jeansteerers coming in the whole series of different areas first. Search and destroy. Cryogenics areas, Space Marine deployment. So Space Marines deploy up here. Got to get down here, I'm assuming. What are the rules for find the cryogenic tank? Line of sight to a room that might contain the tank. So interesting. Hold and secure. Space Marine areas, special Jeansteerer entry, regular Jeansteerer entry. Interesting. So that's special Jeansteerer entry. Space Marines deploy up here. Do they have an exit that they're heading for? Not really. So I guess they're trying to make their way down here, I'm assuming. Doesn't seem to be anywhere that they need to get. But yeah, you've got a different set of places where the Jeansteerers are coming from, and this I think represents a kind of flow rate. So you have a double flow here, double flow here, and single flow up there. The final conflict. Yeah, here we go. So, Space Marine deployment, Primarch, guards, So this is obviously where you're headed, and then maybe to get back afterwards. Only a few points of entry. Interesting. Secondary Jeansteerer entry. So Space Marines deploy basically into secondary Jeansteerer entry in all places. Interesting. Interesting. Necromunda. Necromunda campaign rules. Campaign victory. Playing separate missions. Mines, factories, refineries, and planets. First blood. Look at this. So interesting. This doesn't have a traditional Jeansteerer deployment. Yeah, it does this actually. Space Marine deployment, and where are the Jeansteerers coming from? Yeah, they're just arbitrarily appointed. Started 2 pitfall shadows, containers placed Jeansteerer player, show pitfalls from a roof. These are the first, oh, interesting. And so the 4th Jeansteerer turn, the 3rd pitfall shadow. So these are dropping in from the roof. Interesting. Interesting. Killing ground. Okay, so these have Jeansteerer entries, main corridor, Space Marine deployment. So again, this is a classic Jeansteelers working their way towards the Space Marines walking their way down. If there are no Jeansteelers left alive, the mission ends after 10:12 if there are no Jeansteelers left alive. The Jeansteelers on the Space Marine side of the complex, above the dotted line. Okay. If there are no Space Marines left alive, the mission Jeansteelers Victoria. Interesting. Interrogation. Okay, so we have Space Marine deployment to the control panel, so they need to get to the control panel. They've got a bunch of flying in Jeansteelers coming in this way and this way. Interesting. So yes, this is obviously the point. So once you cross these paths, or once you cross this path, have Jeansteelers coming up behind you. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Divide and conquer. Jeansteerer exit. So you have Jeansteerer entry and Jeansteerer exit. Victory. No Jeansteelers left on the board. Between 1 and 5 Jeansteelers left on. Get off the board. Ah, interesting. 6 or more Jeansteelers get off the board. The mission is a Jeansteerer victory. Interesting. So basically, you want the Jeansteelers to flee through. Interesting. Poison. Ooh, this is a nice one. Air shaft. The air shafts. There's one air shaft there. You've got the Space Marine deployment area, so they're coming up in through here. Victory. If an armed canister is placed in the air shaft, the mission is a Space Marine victory. The poison will spread throughout the upper parts, aspire and kill the Jeansteelers. Any other results in a Jeansteerer victory? Sentinel 5. Sentinel 5. Look at this, setting up the whole campaign. This doesn't actually have a key of contents. I guess I missed the key on this one. Interesting. I guess it gives the general, what's the difference between the dots and the, yeah, no, they don't, they missed the key on this one. This one has a key, however. Oh, maybe this is the same thing. Yeah, maybe this is the same thing. No. Oh, 5 cool campaign map. First campaign at Docking Bay. Where's the docking bay? Oh, there's the cargo bay. Where's the docking bay? It doesn't have that down there. You know, these look like the same thing. Hat, maybe? Reversed? I don't know. No, that's something different. So, I think you just stick with the zoom-ins. Strike force. Pitfalls and sealing Jeansteerer entry areas. Look, gosh, dropping Jeansteelers from these points would be interesting. Interesting dynamic. Counter-attack. Jeansteerer entry areas there, and the Space Marines trying to get to a lift, I'm assuming, or they've got the lift behind them. Possible location for door, depending on the results of strike force. Interesting. Oh, maybe there are doors, maybe there aren't doors. The Primarch. I guess the Primarch's here. Space Marines are there. There seem to be no entryways for Jeansteelers in this one. So they're obviously coming down. Maybe they come from the Primarch. Traitor Space Marines. So these Space Marines and Traitor Space Marines fighting it out together. Interesting. In the same environment with the Jeansteelers? No. Oh, it's got the rules for them. Mission generator scenario, mission generator campaign. Here we go. Interesting. Imperial Space Marine Trader Space Marine deployment areas. So, gosh, you've got traders, and so this is Marines versus Marines, basically. New missions, new weapons, and new rules. Pitfall. Jeansteerer entry area. Disposal chute. Interesting. Upper level, lower level. Upper level, pitfall, lower placement areas. Interesting. Delay action. Here we have power armor. I think these were rules from previous White Dwarfs that I've been through. Denzark's hammer. New weapons. Look at these. Classic 40k weaponry. Plasma grenades, blind grenades. Air of effect, very fun grenades in Space Hulk. Quite inert. Weapon rules, look at this. Getting to the very end here. So, what would a GW book be without the miniatures to purchase? All your favourite Terminators. Do they have traitors? Ah, yes. Traitors. And of course you need Space Marines too. And last but not least, no doubt, we have the Jeansteerer. What a bunch of beauties. Well, you can see why I had 2 copies of this one. But, it's again Space Hulk campaigns. Quick flip through. But, yeah, I think I'll probably get back to a White Dwarf coming up. Tom Barbalade, Las Vegas, Nevada, signing out.